Okay, so I'm making some poi for my sister's birthday, and I just wanted to show you how to make some really cheap ones since I'm already in the process. So this part here, I'm just going to show you all the little bits and pieces that I've got here. So basically you're going to need 2 of these, and you can get these, I think it's like $7, and that's including shipping for these. This is the little light that comes inside, and then just a regular shoelace. I got this at the dollar store. And you're going to need a spoon to get the battery out, and you're going to need this to pull the shoelace through, and you're going to need a really good pair of scissors that's like really sharp, or a knife of some kind that's really sharp as well, and then ideally a drill. And I'm using, I don't know what size the drill bit that is, but maybe that's not important. The main point is that you're going to need to drill a couple holes in the ball to get the string through. So I'm just going to show you how to make one of these. And so I haven't tied this loop super strongly because I want it to be adjustable to my sister's preference as to her length of spinning poi. But just really quickly, I'm going to show you what it looks like with the lights off. So you push the button and then stick it in. And so this is a rainbow poi. It doesn't have very many options. It's literally just the rainbow as it goes through the cycle. It's got one option, and it's meant to be a dog chew toy, so it's not very soft when it hits, but it is durable. It's got a really good weight to it. So here we go. And then, so I've added this loop on the end so that you can pull the light out, because it's not meant to be a poi, obviously. It's meant to be a dog chew toy. So here we go. I could probably make this a little bit easier with another knot in here, but I didn't think that far ahead. Okay, so there you go. And this is how to do it. So first, what you're going to want to do is get the battery out. And so to do that, this is basically like really thick silicone plastic, and then it's got kind of a massive lip on the inside, and you want to get the spoon deep and then under the plastic. So you dig it in and you just like shove it out, and it's like, oh, I don't even know what that looks like, but it's kind of weird. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna drill the hole first because we've got a lot of grip with it before we cut it. But yeah, we're just gonna drill it like this, so straight in the middle. Gonna just start it on the table. Okay, so once it's started, I'm just gonna go back and forth with it. It's pretty tough stuff, and like the first few times that you'll do it, there's not much of a hole that you're gonna see, but just keep going, and then you're gonna get a really noticeable hole. That's where you're gonna be sticking the shoelace through. Okay, so I'm making a bit of a mess. I don't know if you can see very well, but the hole is starting to appear. You can kind of see it. This side is not really starting to appear yet, so I'm going to keep going. Okay, it's getting close enough that I can start seeing basically all the way through. And that's what I want, just so I can begin to see where to pull the thing through, make it easier. Okay, so now that I've got that hole, I'm going to make a hole in this one. So I'm just going to shake the little little piece out. And so for me, I care about it being exactly opposite this hole, so I'm going to drill in from this side, not this side. So I'm just going to make sure that it's centered, kind of eyeball it. And now there's a little bit of a hole, and I'm going to make it bigger. Okay, so that's good enough for me. I don't need it to be much more than that. You can't really see it too well in the camera, but you can kind of see it there with the light shining. Okay, so here we go. So now that we've got that, we need to basically cut this down to size because this is way too big. The main part about this that's really annoying, these balls, is that the stopper makes it almost impossible to press the light. You have to essentially like push it against cement in order to push the button, which is, for me, too frustrating if I'm going to be using it for poi. I want to be able to turn it on and off really easily. So I'm just going to cut it right here so that there's not as much resistance when I'm trying to push the button, if I did want to turn it on like this way, or if I want to take the button out like I showed you before. Let's see, what was the other point? Oh yeah, if you wanted to change the batteries, it's also really annoying if you had to actually like grab a spoon every time. So we're going to make that easier as well, and just snip this in half right here. This is where like sharp scissors come in useful, or you could just use a knife or something to that effect. There we go. Okay, so you don't need this piece, you can just throw it away. And this piece is just going to be the stopper. So first I want to thread this through up here, and this is where the pliers come in useful, because if you can see that, it's barely enough. I couldn't grab it with my fingers, it's too small a hole. So I'm just gonna get some craft pliers and pull that through. Okay, there we go. So now we've got that through. We want to put this side, make sure that it's on this side, not the nicely finished side, of course. And just pull that through now. And then once this is through, we can actually cut this end off. We don't need that excess. Plus it might scratch if it does hit you, which is probable because these things hit a lot. Okay, so now I'm just going to tie a little loop knot here. This is so that you can easily open it up to turn it on and off, and also replace the batteries. And I'm just going to trim that off. And then I want to just add one more knot right here on the other side of it, so that when I do pull it, it is for sure going to pull this out instead of just pulling it up like that. So I'm just going to tie that knot here. There we go. Okay, so now it's pretty much done, other than tying the handle to be whatever size you want it to be. So I'm just going to turn this on and pop it in, and then pull this closed. There. And then the handle, like I said, it can be whatever length you want it to be. I'm just going to loosely do this, and then basically turn these off, wrap them up for my sister so that she can have them for her birthday. So you should be able to see now both of these. Where'd my other little piece go? Did I throw it in? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So turn that on, throw it in there, and then just pull that. And then you got two rainbow glowing poi. And if you want them to be at the same speed as each other, you just simply press the buttons on at the same time. And then you've got kind of poi that are in sync. So yeah, there you go. Simple, easy, and cheap.